Good morning, and my name is Aldwin, and I'm here today. We're going to walk you through our recruiting presentation, and this is going to be literally life-like and real life. So we're not going to stop. If there's any distractions, we're going to keep going through because every presentation, whether it's a recruiting presentation, sales presentation, there's bound to be some sort of distraction. There's bound to be some sort of hiccup. So you're going to see that as well. But this is used for internal purposes only, for training purposes only. And literally, if you do follow what we're going through, you're going to build a huge business. And first thing I want to do is I want to commend you for taking the step and literally watching this video and listening and paying attention to what we're about to do, because this can transform not only your business but your life. Are you ready? All right, well, here we go. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take you out in the field with us, right? Either in our office. Today we're in one of our WFG offices, or this can happen in a potential prospect's home. But today we're going to sit down with an amazing husband and wife, right? And you'll get to hear them, not necessarily see them, because we're going to look at you as the audience. We've already gone through the edification, and in a previous video you should have already seen the edification. So that's already been done. We've already gotten to the kitchen table, or in our office here at our office table, and we're going to jump right into it. Again, are you ready? All right, here we go. So we have our couple. Jeff and Gina is their name, and we've already been introduced. Our trainees there off screen at this point. So we're going to jump right into it. What I want you to do is I want to make sure you have this. You see I have a portfolio here, right? I have a portfolio here. I have my phone. It's upside down right now. It's already on vibrate. All I have out is a black pen, a red pen, and I've got a blank white sheet of paper. You can recycle, so you can just use the other side. We've got our recruiting presentation, and I have my sales presentation ready just in case, okay? But that's all I have, and we're ready to rock and roll. So, Jeff, Gina, I definitely want to appreciate you for your time today. I thank you so much. Dane and Cindy, they introduced us, and I appreciate them. They're really doing something big in their life. They want to make a transition, and they really want to do something for their family, and that's why we're here today, because we want to help you and your family as well. But Jeff, Gina, I want to get to know you a little bit, if that's okay with you. I want to hopefully build some trust with you, earn a little bit of your respect, and customize my presentation for you and your family. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Awesome. And again, thank you for coming this evening. I appreciate your time, and I want to make sure that I do respect your time. About how much time do you have for us today?
Good for about 45 minutes, an hour.
Perfect. All I need is about actually 40 minutes. Okay. So that's going to work for us. And I'm going to keep my phone here just to keep time, if that's okay.
Sure.
And then we'll be good to go. Now, after that time frame, if you have any questions, then we can either go further or we can set up another time. Is that fair?
Sure.
Awesome. So, Jeff, Gina, I want to kind of get to know you. Dane and Cindy have told me a little bit about you guys, but I want to find out about you. What's important to you guys? Have you? They tell me you've got a few children. So tell me what's important to you guys financially. Maybe goals that you have for is college education, maybe retirement, or other things that are important to you. What's important to you?
Really, it's just getting us, set and out of debt. Really, making sure the kids have enough for their education. And yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it.
Awesome, Jeff. I appreciate that. Gina, how about for yourself? Anything the same, different that you'd like to kind of go after?
I want to travel.
Travel? Okay, awesome. Where would you like to travel to? Have you thought about it?
Hawaii?
Hawaii? Okay, awesome. Have you ever been there before?
No.
Okay, good. How great would it feel if you and your family would be able to travel to Hawaii sooner than later?
It'd be awesome.
Be awesome? Okay, good. If I could show you a way later to help you to get there, would that be of interest to you?
Why are you looking at me?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Now, Jeff, going back to the debt and the education, what's most important? Is it getting out of debt? Is it education for the kids?
I mean, ultimately, if we have enough to save up for the kids, that hopefully would mean that we're out of debt.
Okay.
Because as it is right now, you know, there's just enough to keep the household going. But it seems like every month there's, you know, a new credit card that's behind, or so both kind of go hand in hand.
How does that make you feel to have like that debt kind of keep coming and keep growing?
It's frustrating. You know, I thought that we were pretty well off when we were getting started, and now that I look back, it's a little frustrating.
It is? Okay, okay. Now, doing what you're doing right now, and I understand your background, you do some different things like, you know, retail sales, and I understand Gina's as a pharmacy technician. Doing what you're doing right now, do you see yourself and your family achieving these things, getting out of debt, being able to save for college, and traveling to Hawaii, Gina?
Probably not. I mean, I have a lot of things going on, but many of those things aren't really moving as I would like.
Okay. So how does that make you feel?
It feels good doing it because, you know, I do the things that I love, but the thing is, I love to do them, and I do it for the people I love, and next thing you know, I'm not making any money. So again, the frustration.
So Gina, Jeff, how does that make you feel that you're not going after your dreams? How badly do you want to change that?
Yeah, I know she's quiet right now, but yeah, it sucks because she's with the one that's been steadily working, you know, and me, I want to be my own boss, and she's letting me, and it hurts a bit because I've fallen short way too many times, you know. So I really want to make it find something that works actually.
Got it. Be your own boss. So have you thought about running your own business? Have you done that before?
I thought that's what I was doing, but it's just dragging me down more debt.
And you know, I hear that quite a bit, unfortunately, Jeff. You're not alone. There are people that go into business and they think they're in business for themselves, but they're in business by themselves, and they put in so much, but they don't get the return that they're looking for. If I could show you a way where you could, again, kind of be your own boss, but at the same time be able to do the things that you want for your kids and for your wife here, would that be of interest to you and your family?
Of course.
Okay, good. So I want to kind of jump right into it, but there's a couple ways we can go about this.
Okay.
Normally what I do is I help people and I show them how to make more money or save money better or both. At this point for you and your family, which one would you like to kind of focus on, or both?
I mean, I want to save money, but at this point, there's no money to be saved.
Okay. So maybe making more money would be important? Okay. So I'm going to start with that today, okay? And what I'd like to do, Jeff, Gina, is I want you to be able to kind of take a look at our presentation today in a few different perspectives, or what I call 3 different sets of eyes. First is take a look at it, and if you get excited about what we do, maybe you like the stuff that we're sharing today, the concepts, tell people about Dane and Cindy, because that's how we build our business, only by referrals. I don't door knock, I don't cold call, and I've been in business now quite a while, and that's how we build our business. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. And number 2, take a look at if you do like the financial concepts, because we're going to share about some financial concepts today, about college education funding, retirement planning, maybe getting out of debt, protecting your family properly. If any of that is important to you, we can sit back down with you and kind of help you with that. Is that fair?
Sure.
And then lastly, if, like you mentioned, you want to make more money, maybe you want to be your own boss and be able to retire younger, or like you said, travel, Gina, to Hawaii, take care of your kids' education. And how many kids do you have, by the way?
4.
4 kids. How old are they?
12, 8, 6, and 3.
12, 8, 6, and 3. And their names, if I could ask?
Jameson,
Jameson,
Tristan, Jeff Jr., and Logan.
And how do you spell Jameson?
Jaenason.
Beautiful names. So Jameson, 12, Tristan 8, Jeff Jr. 6, and Logan's 3. That's awesome. I'd love to get to know them someday. But you know, what I'm about to show you totally changed my life. Maybe if I can share a little bit about how this company has impacted me, and then I'm going to jump into literally, you know, how this can maybe help you guys. Is that fair?
Sure.
So Jeff, Gina, you know, many years ago, somebody showed me this company, and all I wanted to do was retire my parents. I was single at the time. Number 2, I wanted to be able to, you know, if I was ever blessed with a wife, to be able to give an opportunity to work or not. Right. And then number 3, if I was ever blessed with kids, I wanted to be able to spend time with them. Right. That was important to me.
Yeah.
Does any of those things do they resonate with you?
Yep. It's really the time with the kids, because my dad was in the Philippines growing up, and I was out here, and I feel like I came, grew up okay, but seeing him now and how he's changed my mom's life, I really wish that he was there for me. So as much as I can, I want to be there for my kids. But again, that's the whole reason why I started doing all these little side projects and side jobs, so I didn't have to work for anybody else, and that's what's kind of tearing us down right now.
Okay. Well, Jeff, you're sharing something. We're looking for people just like you. So I don't know if this is going to make sense for you tonight, you and Gina. I don't know what your life is looking like right now, but based on what you're sharing with me, if you understand and see what we do here, I think there's a great place for you and Gina, okay? And you're going to see Dane and Cindy, they're going to be taking some notes because we're training them as well. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jeff, Gina, I want to share a little bit about who we are with you, okay? So, number one, who we are. Have you ever heard of Transamerica before?
Yeah, it rings a bell, but nah, not really. I'm not sure exactly what it's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Transamerica is a huge company. In fact, if you go to Northern California, you kind of go and see the San Francisco skyline. The tall building there, the tall kind of building is the Transamerica building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Company's been around for over 100 years. Literally, that company was born to be able to help people with retirement, kind of protect their family.
Oh, the pyramid building.
Yes, that building right there. So literally, Jeff, Gina, what we do is we sit down with families just like yours, right? And what we do is we help people plan for things like savings and retirement, maybe things for college, right? Protecting your family, making sure that you have the proper life and health insurance protection, things like that, and also getting people out of debt. Are any of these things important to you and your family?
The getting out of debt.
Okay.
And the savings and retirement.
Great. So getting out of debt, why is that important to you?
Because we're in debt, and it makes it hard to think about anything else.
Right, and you're not alone. Many people are in debt, unfortunately, because most people they're never taught to save, right? We're only taught to spend. Is that true?
Yes.
And you said savings and retirement. That's important to you. Why is that important to you?
I just want to make sure that we'd be able to take care of ourselves, and our kids don't have to.
Okay.
And also, if I can't travel now, I just want to make sure we can travel later. So this lovely lady right here get to live out her dreams.
Awesome. And Gina, what's important to you? Which of these three things are important to you?
The same, really.
Okay. Good. Why? Why are they important?
Like you said, we're in debt,
Okay.
and I want to be able to enjoy life.
Good. And Gina and Jeff, how great would it be to become debt free?
It'd be awesome.
Think about that. And can you say debt free?
Nope.
Can you just try it? Just say it.
Debt free.
Man, how does that feel?
Feels like it's pretty far away.
What if I can show you a way where you can get that closer? Would that be amazing?
That would be pretty darn amazing.
Okay, so we're going to show that to you. Now let's talk about business. Jeff, Gina, if these things are important to you, how many people out there need to know about these things as well? A little bit or a lot of people?
A lot of people.
A lot of people. So that's where our business, the demand, that's where it is, because there's so many people that need to know about these things. And guess what? We can help train you. Would that be awesome to help other people?
It would be very awesome.
Great. So Jeff, Gina, we work with Transamerica, but we have what we call a bunch of product providers. So we don't work with just one company. In fact, we work with companies like, you've heard of Pacific Life, the whale jumping out of the ocean, right? A company called ING now is called Voya, right? You've heard of Prudential, right? Fidelity, Vanguard, all these different companies, right? And we work with them. So think about that. We are not just part of one company, but we're backed by so many other companies. Is that pretty powerful?
That's actually pretty good.
Very powerful, right? So, Jeff, Gina, what I want to share with you is what separates us from others. So, what we think is we're very different. Why? Because let me ask you this. How many people have come into your home or helped your family out with these things in terms of debt management, in terms of savings and retirement?
Nobody really. My cousins, I think we're trying to. They're but I forgot who. But nobody.
Okay. And think about this. Nobody's helped you and your family out. Think about all the other families out there and single moms, single dads, just people who want to retire. They're not getting the help. Would you agree?
Yep.
Right? And so our mission is to build and protect wealth for families just like yours. Do you want to build and protect wealth for your family?
Absolutely.
Would that be awesome?
Mhm.
Right? And so why we think we're different is we take a more of an educational approach, Jeff, Gina, versus a sales approach. So tonight, we're not going to sell you anything. Okay? So don't
Okay.
worry about it. We're not going to sell you anything. But what I am going to do is, if you allow me, we're going to teach you some concepts that potentially could be life-changing. Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay, great. And also, here as you can see, we're more client-oriented versus company-oriented. Well, what does that mean? Well, again, yes, we work with Transamerica. Yes, we work with a lot of different companies and product providers. But really, I want to work with you. I want to earn your business. I want to earn your trust. And really, I want to bring the best of the best from different companies and make sure it fits you. Because maybe what's good for you and Gina is different than what's good for Dane and Cindy and different for somebody else. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right? So with that in mind, we have a great business opportunity. And you seem very business-minded, right? Well, Jeff, Gina, why is it that most people, think about this, who makes more money, the employee or the business owner?
Of course, the business owner.
Great. Who has maybe better lifestyle, more time with their kids, more chance to go on vacations, bigger houses, nicer cars, the employee or the business owner?
That would have to be the business owner.
Business owner. But why is it then that most of us, my family included, guess what we do when we come to this country and when we graduate from college? Guess what most of us do? We end up becoming an employee or a business owner?
Employee.
Most of the time, employee. Why is that? Right? And why do you think? I know you've thought about doing different, you tried different, ventures. Well, why do most people not go into being an entrepreneur or business?
It's the norm. It's, they feel safe that they work for an established company, and like with me, I didn't have to worry about having to lose my job, and but that's pretty much it. Or it costs too much to start your own business.
And those are, I think, the two most important and reasons why people don't go into business. Number one, cost. They think it costs too much. And then number two, they don't know how to do it. They don't know what to do. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about business. So Jeff, Gina, in any good business, it's all about supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So in a business, is it good to have a small demand or a big demand?
Big.
Big, right?
Yep.
So nowadays, nothing against pagers, nothing against cell phones, nothing against different things like that. But do I want to go into the pager business or maybe compete in the cell phone industry?
No.
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeff, Gina, you just said, how many people need to know about savings, retirement, debt management, protecting the family?
Yeah, a lot.
But who's helping them? Nobody.
Yep.
In my humble opinion, the supply is so small, but the demand is enormous. So what if I could show you a business where you can help with that demand and you can supply some of the needed resources, the education that people need out there? Would that be amazing?
It'd be awesome.
And what if I could tell you, Gina and Jeff, that by helping other people, you can also help your family and make money too? Would that be great?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that in a bit. And we have a simple system. Another reason why most people don't go into business is they just don't know how to start a business. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Right? If you and I were to open up a restaurant, who's going to teach us how to run a restaurant?
My mom.
Your mom. If your mom ran a restaurant, right?
Exactly.
Right? But if your mom didn't run a restaurant, who's going to teach us?
Nobody.
Do you think the restaurant down the street is going to teach us?
Nope.
Probably not. Why?
Competition.
Because they're competition. We're competition now, right?
Yep.
And that's why many people go into like a franchise. So they'll invest millions of dollars or at least hundreds of thousands of dollars go into maybe like a McDonald's. For what? For their system.
Yep.
Right? In fact, if you and I partnered up and bought a McDonald's, in fact, we can't even buy one. We got to buy multiple, and we got to wait like 7 years. But Jeff, Gina, what we buy is their system. And guess what's the first thing that they do when they allow us to become a franchisee? They send us to Hamburger University.
Yeah.
To train on what? How to run a McDonald's. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And if you can just picture, what is a McDonald's? Picture your local McDonald's. You know where the fries are. You know where the shakes are. You know where the Coke machine is. And remember, it's Coke. They don't sell Pepsi. They sell Coke.
Yeah.
The fries, you put it in the oil, press the button, it beeps, you're done, right?
Yep.
And you know who runs that McDonald's normally? How old are the people that run McDonald's? Either they're very young or they're much more old.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I entrust my multi-million-dollar business to a 17-year-old?
Because they're cheap.
They're cheap, but also I've got a system. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Jeff, Gina, what I'm about to show you is our company has an amazing system for the past 20 plus, almost 30 years now, that people like yourself, no matter what your background is, whether it's photography, retail, sales, pharmacy tech, housewife, student, construction, engineer, accounting, nurse, no matter what, we can show you how to run this business. And you can even do it part-time while you're still working, and then you can make a transition. Would that be awesome?
Oh yeah.
Right? Because another thing why most people don't go into business is because they think they gotta quit their full-time job to just focus on their business.
Mm-hmm.
What if we can show you something part-time and you can make an extra few $1,000s a month? Would that be of interest to you?
That'd be awesome.
Great, great. And that's what I'm coming to the profitability. What I'm about to show you is how to make money. Are you interested in making money?
Yes.
Are you interested in making some serious income?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Then we can continue because I'm going to show you how we can do that here. And is it doable? Well, Jeff, Gina, what I'm about to show you is exactly what I do. So if you think you can do what I do, with even just a little bit of training, this is definitely very doable. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
So, good so far?
Yep.
Awesome. So, Jeff, Gina, I want to ask you this. Take a look at this picture right here. Look at this gentleman right here. What does he look like he's doing? Is he happy?
No,
Is
he looks pretty frustrated.
Looks pretty frustrated. What do you think he's frustrated about?
Bills
Bills?
and more bills.
More bills, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever felt like this, but this was me.
Yeah.
And I just had too much month at the end of the money.
Yeah.
Right? Every 2 weeks, I'm going to get paid tomorrow, but I just already paid out all these bills.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And there's not enough left. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I don't know about you, but I was there, and I've seen that with many people.
Yep.
Living paycheck to paycheck, barely making ends meet. And I call it living a quiet life of desperation. Jeff, Gina, from what I've seen, many people look great on the outside. Homes look beautiful, beautiful cars in the driveway. But when I really get into their goals, their dreams, and where they're at, they're like this gentleman right here.
Yeah.
And they're frustrated. Can you relate to that?
Shh, don't tell her.
You're not alone. By the way, Gina, you're not alone. So what we find is people are concerned with a few things. So Jeff, Gina, people are concerned with losing their job. I don't know about you, but I was a victim of a layoff before. Yeah, they laid me off on a Friday, but they called me on a Monday. But man, just that instability, I just didn't like, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but some people, their companies move to a different state or a different country, or they downsize or right size, right? Have you thought about retirement? Many people are unable to retire,
Yeah.
or unable to retire young. And do your parents still work? Think about that. Are they still working right now?
Yeah, my parents are still young and they're still working. Yeah, and but her dad, he's getting up there and he's still trying to help us out. So yeah. I don't know when he's gonna retire. Really.
And that's a challenge, Jeff, Gina. I told you before, one of my very first things that I wanted to do in this business was to retire my parents. And because of the concepts, because of this business, my parents were able to retire at a fairly young age without worrying about money because they were out of debt. How would that make you and your parents feel if they could do that?
It'd be awesome, right?
Yeah, it'd be pretty good.
Great. And literally, I can show you in a few minutes either a 30-year plan or maybe a 5 to 10-year plan. Which sounds better for you? The 30-year plan or the 5 to 10-year plan?
You have like a yesterday plan?
We can talk about that too. But good. I like that. And then paying taxes. Man, I don't know about you, but I love paying taxes.
I'm just happy I have 4 kids and I get a tax break.
And we all have to pay taxes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I think the point in our life is to be able to understand how to better work with taxes and to better maximize what we get. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so there are different ways where we can pay maybe less taxes or pay taxes smarter. Would that be fair?
Yep.
Right? Would you like to know about that?
Sure.
Great. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And this is what we understand, is that people want to do this. But by the way, before I show that to you, are any of these things important to you? Are they concerns to you?
Losing my job? No. Well,
Losing my job, yeah.
and yeah, just the inability to retire.
Okay. What if we can show you a way where you can take care of that? Would that be awesome?
Yes.
Great. So we understand this. Jeff, Gina, people want to do many things, but a few of them I want to highlight here. People want to earn extra income and have a plan B.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a spare tire.
Yep.
What is that spare tire for?
Just in case.
Just in case. So,
Mm-hmm.
in case you get a flat, you pull over, change the tire, just take a few minutes out of your time, but then you're on your way again. Does that make sense? Awesome. But how many of us have a spare career? You know, most of us have one job, and we live paycheck to paycheck. And what if that one job, one day my boss decides they don't like me anymore?
Yeah.
Or they decide to sell the company, move, or whatever, or merge with another company, now I'm no longer needed. What happens to me and my family? Right?
Yeah.
And that was a concern. So I always wanted a plan B. So I don't know about you, but do you, or maybe somebody you know, need a plan B? Just in case.
I think I need a good plan A.
Awesome. So we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Right? And many people want more security and guarantee. Gina, is that important to you? More security, more guarantee in your life.
Of course.
Right? And how do we do that? Well, I want to show you that there are definitely wonderful ways we can do that. Most people think it's at a job, but what job is really secure and guaranteed nowadays? I don't know about you, but not too many,
Yeah.
right? So the only way we can have our own security and guarantee is what we believe in: become your own business owner, become an entrepreneur, right? This company was founded on people who ran their own business. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we're looking for quality entrepreneurs, maybe like you guys, that we can teach, we can show how to help other people, and have the life that you've always dreamt of. Being able to travel to Hawaii, Gina. Being able to get out of debt, Jeff, and being able to take care of your kids' education for Jameson, for Tristan, for Jeff Jr. and Logan. Would that be something amazing if you could get that done?
Oh, heck yeah.
Right? So if this resonates with you, I'm going to show you our simple system. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So Jeff, Gina, we have a simple system. What most people do is, just like myself, I learned first as a client. I came to a presentation, came to an office, but I became a client, right? Because I wanted to save money for my retirement. I wanted to save money for the future. So I learned as a client. And Jeff, I'll say it this way. You watched a nice movie lately, or been to a great restaurant recently?
Wingstop and you know, with the kids' movies, we usually just stream whatever's out there.
But you've seen a good one, right? So normally when most people go to a good restaurant, go to watch a good movie, what do? They tell people about what they just watched or where they just ate. Is that right?
Yep.
And if it's great, they'll tell people, and guess what? Their friends are gonna say, "Hey, I want to go there."
Yep.
Right? So in fact, nowadays they just have to take a picture, Instagram it, and then Yelp it, and they go to those places, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, same thing. As a client, most people will do this. They'll say, "Aldwin, Jeff, this is awesome. I want to tell people about you." Great. So, Jeff, Gina, if you decide that you want to save money for your future, for your kids' college, for your retirement, maybe protect your family, all I know is you're going to be a client, and then you're probably going to refer us people. And if you refer people to Dane and Cindy, I'm sure they're going to take you out to lunch and dinner all the time.
Yeah.
Free food is good, right?
You see me?
But, Jeff, that's great. But what they showed me is, what if I can do something like this part-time? By the way, doing what I'm doing so far, do you think you can do something just like this?
Yeah.
Piece of cake, right? And we can train you. That's exactly what we're doing right now with Dane and Cindy. We're training them. So this appointment right here is great for you, but it's also training for them. Cool, right?
Yeah.
Right? But we can have somebody come on board with us part-time. You do not have to leave your job. Gina doesn't have to leave her job. You don't have to leave all the things that you're doing. But maybe just carve out some time during the week to do this part-time.
Okay.
To me, what's part-time? To me, it's 10 to 15 hours a week. What's 10 to 15 hours? Well, a couple days out of the week, you go on appointments, get trained 2-3 hours at a time. Do that a few days out of the week, maybe take one Saturday to do it. There's your 10 to 15 hours. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But the more that you put in, the more that you get out. So part-time. By the way, can you see yourself opening up 10 to 15 hours to do something better for your family?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Cool. So we can work with that. And then we can show you how to get a license. Right? And many colleagues in our business, they're getting their license within about 2 to 3 weeks. In fact, I just have a colleague that got their license in 1 day. But that's up to you. The average person is going to get it done in about 2 to 3 weeks. Right? So can you get it done sooner? That's up to you. But you can get a license. We can show you how to do that. We've got all the different tools and resources for you. And then you can start making extra income. Jeff, Gina, how much extra income do you want to bring in, or do you need to bring in for you and your family?
A good couple $1,000s would be good.
Great. What if I can show you, by getting your license, working with us part-time, and we help you build an organization, build a client base, you can earn an extra couple, $3,000 a month part-time over the next 60, 90 days. Would that be awesome?
It would be pretty amazing.
Or even sooner, and then even longer.
Yeah.
Would that be cool?
Oh yeah.
Right? And then with that, you'll also save on taxes. Jeff, this alone saved me thousands of dollars just by understanding taxes.
Yeah.
Gina's an employee. I become a 1099 in this business. You understand that the tax breaks and the tax write-offs that an employee has, it's much less than a 1099 independent contractor. I could go on, but literally there's many more as an independent contractor 1099. And the minute somebody works with us part-time, they can start getting all that and save a bunch on taxes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Would that be amazing?
Yep.
Right, that'd be amazing to learn and to teach other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, like my wife went full-time in our business. So guess what? She doesn't have to clock in, clock out. She decided to work with us. She would transition from part-time to full-time when it was right.
Mm-hmm.
And now, really, she's a full-time mom, but she gets to do the things that are really important to her.
Yeah.
Jeff, Gina, if money was no object, what would you want to do? If you didn't have to punch in, punch out, clock in, clock out every day at a job, what would you do?
Jesus, don't ask us that.
We'd be traveling.
Traveling,
There you go.
right?
We'd be traveling.
You're traveling, great. And not just to Hawaii all the time, maybe other countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Different continents. Would that be amazing?
That'd be awesome.
But what if I can show you a way where you can do all that and you can still have income coming in while you're traveling?
I don't believe you.
Awesome. You don't have to believe it, but that's what many of us are doing, right?
Yeah.
Because we're going to help you build a business, right? So would that be important to you guys?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And then lastly, and this is what I fell in love with in this company. Jeff, Gina, at your jobs, if you leave your jobs, what do they give you? Let's say you spend 10, 15, 20 years at a job. What do they give you?
Unpaid PTO.
Maybe, if that, right? Right? And my dad, he literally worked 33 years at the post office. They gave him a pension, which is awesome.
Mhm.
My mom worked for the same company for 20 plus years. They didn't give her anything except for a potluck. And now she gets Social Security, right?
Yeah.
In our business, Jeff, Gina, the business that I wrote 10 to 15 years ago is still paying me today. The business that I do today, I can literally give to my next generation. And I've got 3 daughters. I can give it to them, and then they can give it to the next generation.
Yeah.
Literally, the amazing part of this company and this business is that whatever we're building now could last and build a legacy for your family,
That'd be awesome.
right? So let me ask you, this is our simple system. I started part-time, became a client. My wife is full-time. Both of us are lifetime. But where do you see yourself, both you and Gina, starting with us here in our simple system?
Probably part-time, and depending on how that goes, I'll probably hit it full-time.
Perfect. So let me show you how to get started part-time and maybe even full-time. Is that fair?
Sure.
Awesome. And I don't know if this is for you, but Dane and Cindy have said great things about you guys, and I believe for the right person, for the right couple, this could potentially be a life-changing and life-altering business if you let it. Or it could just help you make an extra couple $1,000s a month part-time.
All right. We'll see. I mean, that's a couple $1,000s would be life-changing.
Awesome. I totally understand. Imagine just making an extra few $1,000s a month
Yeah.
part-time. What would that do? I mean, picture that. Just if every week you earn an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $1,000 a week,
That'd be awesome.
would you be able to maybe move into or buy the home that you've always wanted?
Oh yeah.
Right? Would you be able to send your kids to different colleges because you're able to set up their college fund? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you'd be able to travel. Imagine the kinds of vacations you'd be able to go on just with the extra income.
I think I need a little bit more than that just to travel.
Great. So let me show you how to make a little bit more than that. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Jeff, Gina, what I'm about to show you is the profitability. So think about this. Think about you first. For you and Gina, it sounds like you need to save more money. You need to get out of debt. You need to save for things for college, for retirement. If I could show you that saving $6 to $10 a day could transform your kids' college education and potentially your retirement, would you be willing to figure out a way to save $6 to $10 a day to be able to do that?
Sure.
And what's $6 to $10 a day? $6 a day is if I just don't eat lunch today, and I don't buy lunch, meaning I don't go out to fast food or I don't buy that Starbucks, right? That's $6 to $10 I can save every day.
I don't know about that Starbucks.
You can have the Starbucks. How about the lunch, right? For example, I can pack my lunch and save
Yeah.
$5 to $10. Does that make sense? So what if I can show you how to use that for your retirement, for your college? Have I helped you?
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely. And Jeff, Gina, through our system, we're going to show you how to do that for other families and other people. You don't know this yet, but that alone will help transform their life and help them do some big things for their future. But when you do that, guess who also gets helped? You do. You're going to make some extra income. How would you like to make an extra $1,000 a week part-time?
That'd be awesome.
All right, let me show you how to do that. So let's take a look at this. This is assuming that somebody is literally saving $6 a day. $6 a day. And all they're doing is saving that $6 a day and putting it into an account that's growing. They get some life insurance. They get some tax advantage. The money's growing without paying taxes. They can use it for retirement. They can use it for college. Is that a great program?
Yeah.
It's a great program. Most people need it. But let's just say you become an associate in our company. And we can show you how to become an associate. In fact, it's a very, simple process to become an associate in our company. Some people get it done in about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month, pardon me, right? So today, what if you start our business today, in about a month, you can, at the very least, you can be an associate, right? And you can also get a license. Like I shared with you, the average person is getting it done in about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
So if you're licensed and associate, and then you go and you help 4 families a month, what does that mean? You sit down, Jeff, Gina, for about a couple hours. Like right now, I've sat down with you for less than 40 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You sit down with a family. You help them plan for their future. You educate them, give them concepts, share with them concepts that many of them never heard of before or maybe knew a little bit about. Then you show them plans and programs based on their budget on how to help them. If you can do that once a week, it takes me normally a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours. But if you do that once a week, Jeff, would an extra $4,000 a month part-time help you and your family?
I don't know, babe, would it?
Of course it would.
What would you be able to do with an extra $4,000? That's an extra $1,000 a week coming into your bank account.
That means I can have my Starbucks and my lunch.
You can do that too. Plus, save for college, get out of debt,
Yeah.
right? Build your retirement. And Jeff, Gina, maybe you don't want to stop there, right? At my contract level, I'm a senior marketing director. If I help that same one family a week, now you make an extra $7,000 a month part-time. Is that awesome?
You want to quit and can I have your job?
Excellent, excellent. But I know that would be great for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jeff, Gina, have you ever supervised anybody? Have you ever led a team?
Yeah.
How many people have you led or supervised?
24.
24. Perfect. Gina, how about for yourself?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, the great part of this business, number one, is as a couple, my wife and I use each other's strengths. So maybe Jeff, your strength is in one area, Gina, your strength is in another area. Jeff, you supervise 24 people. I'm asking you to supervise 5. Not 24, 5. Can you do that? Well,
Sounds easy enough.
simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can train you. We can help them. Just like I'm helping train Dane and Cindy right now, right? We can help you just like that. Well, if you become a senior marketer just like me, and you have 5 people on your team, right? And by the way, do you know anybody right now who would want to make an extra income, who would want to help people and really do something big for their family?
Yeah, I've
Give
few
me
friends.
Give me a few of their names.
John,
Mhm.
Jeremy,
Mm-hmm.
my sister,
What's her name?
Angelica,
Okay.
and Francesca,
Okay. One more.
Rob.
Rob, perfect. So you got John, Jeremy, Angelica, Francesca, and Rob. So you have 5 people on your team. We help them, they become an associate, they get licensed. And if each one of them help one family a week, save the $6 a day, they make an extra $4,000 a month part-time. Would that be wonderful for John, Jeremy, Angelica, Francesca, and Rob to make an extra $4,000 a month?
I think They'd be happy.
They'd be happy, right?
Real happy.
They'd be happy, their families would be happy, their bank accounts would be happy, and guess what? Because you help bring them into the business, you help train them, supervise them, this is what the company pays you. They'll pay you about $15,000 a month part-time. Would that be awesome?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Just by leading a team of 5, helping one person each week, save $6 a day. And then Jeff, Gina, if you help one person a week, guess what? They add what you do personally, they make about that, which is about more than $250,000 a year. Would that be something that would make a big impact on your family?
Absolutely not. Of course it would.
Right? And I don't know about you, but I never had a chance in my previous career, my previous job, to make or even smell $250,000. Here, what if you, by learning the system, you learn what we do here, we help you build an organization, and you can do it. How wonderful of a life would you be able to build for you and your kids?
We'd be able to do the things we used to dream of.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, Gina, what's going on right now? Are you excited? Do you see yourself doing this?
I'm excited, but at the same time, I mean, you know those things that are just a little too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Good. And Gina, how about you for yourself?
If it's real, I'll be happy. He'd have a home to come to still.
Very good, very good. And when you say too good to be true, that's the thing. Jeff, Gina, you gotta go to work. Right here, this income, this lifestyle, it doesn't come unless you go to work. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm about to show you is what work means to us. So I want to show you how we get started. Is that fair?
Okay.
Because why? Well, Jeff, Gina, doing what you're doing now at your job currently, can you see yourself ever making this kind of income?
No, unless somebody hires me to take pictures of them, they're really famous.
Okay, all right. So that's unfortunate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of us don't have a chance to make this kind of income unless we're in totally different industries.
Yeah.
But in this company, in this industry, we're in the money business. When money is moved, when somebody saves money, moves money from their retirement account because they need to move it, we make money. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
We gotta go to work. So I wanna show you how we get started. Fair enough?
Sure.
So Jeff, you mentioned too good to be true. Well, guess what? There's work to be done, right? In our business, it's doable. But let me ask you, in any business, right? How much does it cost to start up like a restaurant, coffee shop, something like that kind of business?
A couple $100,000.
A couple $100,000? And when do you think somebody will make a profit after investing a couple $100,000?
Once they sell a couple 100,000 soups or dishes.
How long does that take? Most businesses will not be in a profit until at least 2 to 3 years into business, if they're still in business.
Yeah.
By the way, have you seen restaurants shut down or say under new management?
Oh, heck yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yep.
Guess what? That just means that somebody invested probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, spent 1, 2, 3 years trying to build a business, it didn't work, and then guess what they had to do?
God.
Sell it.
Yep.
And many people, unfortunately, they either get loans, use up their life savings, mortgage their home, all for what? Something that lasted for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
What's another option? How do we make more money? Most people will think, I gotta go get an education
Or work more hours.
or work more hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? What if we show you a different way to do it? Jeff, Gina, what if we can show you a way where you invest some time, invest some money, your money, because this is a business. I want to be very real and upfront with you. But it's not hundreds of thousands of dollars. I wish I could ask you to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars, but they won't allow me.
Yeah.
Our initial investment is $100 administrative membership fee, one time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, is that an issue with you? You can do that, right?
Yeah, I could do that.
Right? And then we just check on you. Jeff, Gina, you mentioned it's too good to be true. Well, yeah, we got to check you out too. Because why? We don't want just anybody in our business. So guess what? We got to check if you have a felony, misdemeanor, investment fraud. By the way, you guys are okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because we're in the money business. We're in the financial industry. By the way, do you know which industry or industries are the most lucrative in the world? The ones that make the most money in the world? Guess what?
McDonald's.
People think other businesses. It's the financial industry. both the investment and the insurance industry. Those are the two most lucrative industries in the world. And guess what industries we're in?
Both of those.
Both of those. That's why, guess what? Yes, we can make some money, but at the same time, we have to find the right people that we can trust. And that's why Dane and Cindy, they say they trust you. So we may give you a chance. We may give you a shot. But it's up to you to take that shot. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there's also some licensing fees and some registration, convention registration. We'll talk about that in a bit. Right? So let's talk about training. So Jeff, Gina, we're going to train you. Because why? You're in totally different fields. Would you agree? Right?
Yeah.
You're in totally different fields. So what we want to do is we want to help you understand and build this business. So there's classroom training. At different offices, they could be on a Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then they could be on a Saturday morning, right? We're going to teach you about product knowledge, about marketing skills, about leadership skills. Some of that you already have, some of that we want to strengthen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, are those any issues? Can you show up to one of our offices either on a Tuesday night, Saturday morning, or Wednesday night, Saturday morning?
No, not at all. I mean, what time at night?
Okay, good. Normally we'd like you to come in about 6:30 p.m. We end about 10:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night or Wednesday night. And then Saturday morning it's about 9:30 to about 12:30, 1 o'clock, right? And there's some special trainings, but we'll let you know about that, right? But you'll learn that stuff there. Now there's also what we call field training. And field training is kind of like what we're doing tonight, right? So Dane and Cindy are getting field trained. They're gaining industry experience from somebody who's been in the industry 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And what we want to do, Jeff, Gina, is we want to teach you literally all that we have and all that we know because we want you to be successful.
Okay.
And most people don't understand that, right? Because why? Jeff, Gina, you guys will not be our competition. In fact, we want to help you succeed. If we don't help you succeed, we failed.
Okay.
So my job is to help you succeed. And I'm not your boss. Is that pretty cool?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you're going to learn from that. And how we do that is this. Like tonight, Dane and Cindy, they're the trainee. And the trust relationship is between yourselves and them. I'm the trainer. I have the knowledge and experience. And you as a prospect, we're going to transfer that. And eventually, as you come on board our business, you're going to become the trainee, and then they're going to become the trainer.
Okay.
Is that pretty cool?
Yeah.
And then our system just continues like that, right? And so,
So do I have to keep recruiting to make money?
awesome. We can definitely talk about that,
Okay.
right? So I'm going to show you different ways to do that. There's one way where you don't, but then if you really truly want to build something big, this is what I find. Jeff, do you know what the wealthy have working for them? They've got two things normally working for them. Number one, they either have money working for them, so they understand money and how money works,
Mm-hmm.
or number two, they have people working with them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So my question to you is this. Number one, do you have money working for you? If the answer is no, then we can show you how to make money work for you. Is that pretty cool?
Yep.
And number two, do you have any people working with you?
Have people working with me?
And how many, right?
Yeah.
So guess what? Most people are employees, so they don't have people working with them or for them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? What if we can show that to you, what the wealthy do? Show you how to make money work for you and have people work with and for you. Would that be awesome?
Sure.
Right? So we can talk about that. And then there's convention training. And by the way, only twice a year do we have what we call big event convention training, right?
Mhm.
And it's coming up. It's our Las Vegas event. It's an amazing convention where we literally go into Las Vegas. The company literally shuts down, and we fly in from all over the country, right? And in those 2 or 3 days, Jeff, Gina, what if you can learn in 2 to 3 days what would normally take you about 12 to 18, maybe 24 months to learn? How powerful would that be to show up there for 2 to 3 days?
It'd be probably I would make it mandatory for myself to go.
And most people will do that because why? That, Jeff, Gina, that's how most people will be able to change like their mindset and really stretch their vision because most people need that.
Mhm.
So that allows us and allows you to learn from people who are very successful. People who are making not only hundreds of thousands, but many of them multi-million dollars. Would you like to learn from somebody who does that and makes that kind of income?
Of course I would, you know.
And so we can talk about, what that looks like in terms of investment of time and money, but to me, that's a great investment in yourself, right? But we can talk about that. But I highly recommend, if this is something that you want to do, that you and Gina might want to do together, get yourself to the convention. Get yourself there because that really will build your business big and fast, okay? Then lastly here, there's some licensing. So you need to get a license at
Okay.
first, right? We call it the Life and Health License. There's a class called the 52 Hours. We'll literally show you how to get through that fairly quickly, but it's up to you. If you can study for a little bit every day, you can get this done in about a week or two.
Okay.
Many people are getting it done in less than a week. It's just a matter of how important it is to you to make money. Do you want to make money sooner or later?
Yesterday.
Awesome. So, Jeff, Gina, from what I just showed you, we're not looking for everybody. We're looking for just the right people to work with us in business. What would you bring to our company? Why should we even allow you to come into our business?
I mean, right now we're good people, you know. We mean well, we continue to do what we do just because, you know, for me, I like helping people. So it just looks like an opportunity to help more people, but have it benefit both them and us.
Great.
You know.
Gina, how about for yourself?
For the same reasons, I like helping people. And yeah.
Good. So Jeff, Gina, it sounds great. Again, I've heard great things about you from Dane and Cindy. What would you want to achieve by doing this? Because you don't have to do this. You can stay at your jobs. You can live the life that you have been living. You can continue to do what you've been doing. You can continue to live where you're living. You can continue to bring in the income that you're making. Or you can do something different. What would you like to do?
You know, we let Dan and Cindy bring you in for a reason, you know, so I think it's something that we would want to do to change.
So why would you want to do this? Why would you want to come on board with our business? What would you want to achieve?
It'll, you know, give us and our, you know, more than anything, our kids, you know, a future to look forward to. It's something that, you know, we don't have to hide in fear of debt collectors. Just a peace of mind, you know, and I think it'll get us to start actually living life again.
Good. Awesome. And how would that make you feel?
Yeah, I would feel awesome.
Right. Gina, would that be a great feeling for you and your family to make that change?
No more headaches.
Yeah. Now, I cannot guarantee, there are no guarantees, this is business. You wouldn't be an employee, but we got to do our background check on you too. I don't even know if you can do this, but I believe Dane and Cindy believe in you. But you got to want this. How badly do you want to make a change? How badly do you want to start changing your life?
I keep saying, you know, yesterday.
Okay.
We're good right now, and we're good. We're getting by, but there's so much more that we want to do.
Okay. So Jeff, Gina, who's going to get started first? Who's going to go through this, or are you both going to do this together? Because all we need to do is get you started, and we can start getting you on the road to where you want to be.
I think I'll get going first.
Okay.
I want to do it too.
Well, you guys figured that out.
Okay.
So may I get your driver's license, your ID, and then normally what we do for the $100 processing fee for the membership fee, again, one-time thing, we do it by, you know, your ATM card or your debit card or your credit card. So which would we be using today?
My debit card.
Perfect. So if you can grab that for me, I'll get my laptop out and we'll get going. Great.
Sure.
Awesome. Jeff, welcome to the business. Gina, welcome to the business.